What is up, Choppin' Champions? Welcome to another episode of Chop Chat. Of course, we're your hosts. I'm Dre Magix, aka Yitzilog.
And it's me, your big time Becky, Ania. Always here, always ready. It's wrestling season.
Oh, it's always wrestling
Always.
season.
24/7 wrestling season.
Yeah.
Those people are tired. Um, so anyway, welcome to Chop and Chat. We're talking today. We're talking who we think is turning by SummerSlam, turn heel or face. If you want a fantasy book with us, if you're going to talk with us, that's our topic today. We give um, our bets on that, and then we also talk about the usual hidden gems, what we've seen this week and what we can share with you this week. But we are going and diving straight into the headlines right now. What are the top 3 wrestling headlines? I'll start with Dre. Let's start with Dre.
Oh man, wrestling headlines. Hey, as of right now, filming, and it's still pretty fresh. That all the call-ups from NXT, Julia, Stephanie, uh, Ricky Saint, I believe, and
Yeah,
then Roxanne. It's overdue that Roxanne joins the main roster, but
yeah.
and then the 2 superstars skyrocket females from NXT. And here's the thing, man. It's just NXT is so good. The women's division's so good
Yeah.
because they keep booking baddies. Like they're all like super gorgeous girls that can wrestle, man.
Oh yeah, and NXT's great. And speaking of NXT, Mariah May in NXT. Oh my god, I have mixed feelings about it because I think she had a very good position in AEW, and pivotal to the Timeless Tony Storm storyline. So I
Mm-hmm.
don't know. I wonder if I'm happy though that she seems happy, of course, and we're always happy that they're working and we can see them on TV. So I'm pretty
Right.
happy though that at least she signed with WWE, and I mean I'm happy at least it's NXT. I think HBK has not really disappointed. No major disappointments in recent times. So
Yeah.
that's exciting for Mariah May. Like, I don't know what her new name would be.
Yeah. It's weird. It I get it, but it's like weird. They can't carry over the persona either.
Right, but
Where it's
at
like
least
you got to leave your name. You know.
I think also though because they don't have, let's say, the financial resources of Jade Cargill, who was,
Mm-hmm.
before she signed, was able to have a legal team, make her, they
Yeah.
have like these management contracts, like, because I was like, Jade Cargill did it, and then I remember, well, she already had like an agency or some talent management thing, or I mean, right before she signed, and her husband is pretty experienced with that, so
Yeah.
I mean, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm like, that's really good. So I think, if they invest in things like that, then they can keep their persona, and like, like Jordan Grace bought her own theme. So, she
Uh,
can use her theme anywhere. Like, so I think now they also have to just make sure they look at themselves as, like as businesses, unfortunately.
yeah. Like solo. I mean, like standalone entities.
Right? Like you're not just brands anymore. You're an entity. Like you're
Mhm.
something more than, just promoting something. Everything about you is suddenly negotiable. And I think they should just take the first step. Um,
Yeah.
what other news do we have? For me, so I think my top was the releases to R Truth, um, getting released, and just like what is going on? So I think that's my first. And I mean, it's not a like trashing WWE or whatever. Like, I mean, it happens. It's sad. But it
Do
happens.
you
They
think
they
it's a
do have
work?
to release. I I don't know honestly. Maybe they'll
Because
turn it
like
into one.
that would be the coolest work where like he gets released in real life, comes
I
back at
think. Yeah.
SummerSlam, and like whenever he comes back during Cena's final match, and he's the one who
Yeah.
causes him the match.
Yeah. That's cool. See, that's cool. They should do that. I think they should do that. But I don't think so because I think that the John Cena main event thing was a thank you, and I was like, that is so lame. Like you couldn't even give him like a real thank you.
Yeah.
Like here you go, Saturday night main event, wrestle John, carry John all throughout the match, but while you're at it, like here's some extra work for you, Truth. Like no offense, oh my God, John Cena, I love you. I didn't mean it like that. Sorry. It's like, I did not mean it like that. Oh my God.
Yeah. But
I am
like,
a
shout
John
out to
Cena
the
fan.
fans though. Like the "We Want Truth" chants throughout the
Yeah.
whole Raw was crazy.
Right. So I was like, at least there's that. At least our truth has a legacy. So yeah. Another we were just talking about this, the TKO thing.
Yikes! Yikes!
TKO in debt. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like I was watching something and they were saying it's like that's why they've been doing so many ads and that's why they've been
Yeah.
doing so many like IP things because or like even the releases is because like they can't afford to do
Yeah. Yeah.
because
Which it doesn't surprise me.
even Mania got moved from New Orleans to Vegas again.
Yeah. 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 It doesn't surprise me. I think TKO has never been. I mean, we even before they merged, like UFC was always like in some financial rut or whatever, despite record profits. So like, duh, like putting and then yeah, you know what? I'm not surprised. And then second, look at all of the things they've invested in, all these shows that are not really doing so well. All these shows like all these programs like WWID. Well, I which it's sad because you understand as a fan why these things matter and why
Mm-hmm.
as a person who has grown up with the WWE, you sort of you understand why they create these things, and you're just like, you guys couldn't wait, you had to do it all at once. Like, of
Right,
course
right.
you're gonna lose money. Like, you guys couldn't wait. Like, and then what's sad about that is they invested in all these things: LFG, Evolve, WWID, um, and then the show was compromised because then you have all these people who's now really split into so many personalities, and you're like, when I read that, that's the first thing that made sense to me was like, oh, that's what I mean. I'm not saying the shows are bad. I'm being objective, but the shows have been
Decline.
underwhelming compared to the Roman Reigns peak. So I get it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's gonna be weird because I don't know until if I don't know if they have the means to fix it before it's too late. And
that's
it's just
true.
gonna change it's just gonna change the face of like pro wrestling.
It's just so sad because they turn corporate so fast, where it's like, oh, we're in
Mm-hmm.
debt, let's cut the people. Like, let's not cut our salaries, our profits. Let's not cut
Right, yeah.
things that are easier to manage. Like, let's cut this, person's livelihood because his salary, well, like, I'm just like, really? If like his salary is like nothing compared to what you guys get. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the sad part, and it sucks because now they give people a reason to sort of give Vince McMahon something positive, which I'm like not at all for. Where
Yeah,
I'm
for
just like,
sure.
yeah, no, yeah, it's like no, now people are like they can compare it, but yeah, so that's sad. And then what's in my headlines? Oh my God, AEW Double or Nothing was so good.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Oh my God. I haven't seen the whole thing. I'm cheap. I didn't pay $50. Screw me, whatever. I'm not gonna pay
Yeah.
$50 to watch wrestling. Sorry. I am a fan, but like there's a like a boundary just because I mean, like if I have to pay, I have so many streaming services. I'll just find something to watch and wait for you to be free. Because I can watch stuff on TikTok, or on YouTube. But yeah, anyway, it was such a great pay-per-view. Like, congratulations AEW, that was so good. I was like, I love that all out like trash match with like John Moxley and stuff, the Anarchy. match, and they were playing Bodies. Like there was rock
Oh,
music playing the whole time.
that's cool.
So it again, I loved it. It reminded me of the Attitude Era, but not like
Mhm.
but not. AEW has its own lane. I think it's found its voice. So it reminded me of that. That's what the good part is, and the better part is. But I recognize that this is not WWE. This is AEW. So if you haven't caught it, I'm also just waiting for the full show to be on Max. But they have the summary versions. It's fun. I think they finally got their groove, and I'm excited for them.
Cool. Oh man, what else do I have? I'm saving one thing for later. Um, hey, here's a crossover thing. If you didn't know, I'm a professional magician, and
Yes.
the newest guest on Stephanie McMahon's "What's Your Story" podcast is Chris Angel.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm
Wow.
not
I
the
haven't heard about
biggest
him
Chris Angel fan,
before.
so we'll see if I tune in. But like the idea of, I mean, the way I approach like this stuff I like is the more of it in the world, the happier I am, even if I'm not a particular fan of a specific thing, right? Where it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, like I'm I'm not a Chris Angel fan just because I haven't really studied him, but it's like the more spotlight on Magic, and especially in a wrestling adjacent space, I'm cool with that. That's a cool thing. So good job,
Yeah.
both of my hobbies.
That's true. I haven't heard about Chris. I haven't heard that name since I was like really young. So I was like,
Yeah,
good job, Chris Angel, for like good job for all these years.
yeah. Well, so the thing is, Chris Angel's not doing TV anymore. He's like producing and performing in his live Vegas show.
Oh yeah, a Vegas
Because it,
show really does well these days.
yeah, it's also because his is like a Cirque show. It's a Cirque du Soleil show. So there's so many
Oh,
moving
that's
parts to
cool.
it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I think that's and just to add more wrestling to that, I think that's what they were planning, right? I think they were, but I think they changed their mind. Like I think TKO wanted to have like a regular Vegas show. So I don't know if that's still happening with their situation, but I know they wanted to have something like, you that's
Yeah, it's
different. Like
called
that's another
WrestleMania now.
show. Yeah, that's true. Now it's just yeah, they wanted like it was a different show and they didn't know what I know they wanted some residency, but you're right. Apparently it's WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Wow, that is crazy. Anyway, I'm also just like not trying to doom and gloom. I'm like, these are changes. They changed everything about them, so we just, we're probably also gonna have to adjust, whether we like it or
Hey,
not.
it puts WrestleMania closer to us. So like when we have the scratch, we can actually go to it.
That is true. That
Yeah.
is true. I have to think about it because yeah, I mean, like, um, I enjoyed WrestleMania 39. I enjoyed WrestleMania 40. The last one was, it was okay. Again, I was like, it was okay, but the previous years were better. So if it's
Yeah.
anything like WrestleMania 39 or 40, then yes, I am like willing to go to Vegas. But now it's not looking like something like. And it's funny because we're hosting like a wrestling podcast, but we're like choosy what events we go
Oh,
to.
for sure. Because because time and
Like,
attention is the most valuable commodity.
it's so true. And again, it's like if it's worth it, like we love wrestling and we love the fandom, but there are years where it's not good. So we talk about the years that are good. But anyway, going back to this generation, we are booking SummerSlam, or well, not really booking it, but we are guessing who's turning either face or heel by SummerSlam. So this is exciting. I don't know. I who do you want to start? Do you have somebody in mind?
What's really interesting right now, what's fun, I like the Judgment Day is fun right now. Just
Yeah.
because of, I mean, like it sucks Carlito's gone, but the addition of Roxanne just makes it a little bit more interesting. Because if they do split, it's not going to turn into two Judgment Days. That's stupid. I think
Yeah.
it's like Yo, Dom face turn by the end of this year.
Oh, that's true. I get that. Because he is getting too much, too much positive love, too much love, support and stuff from the crowd. But yeah, he's getting too positive a reaction. Yeah, I was thinking like Liv was finally gonna turn face again, because she is also getting the same. So I was like, yeah, maybe that thing is, maybe Roxanne ends up with somebody completely new, like, and just manipulated Dom and Liv. And maybe, she manipulates them, breaks them up, and then both turn face. But I like that. I'm on the fence about this, but you think you think Bianca Belair is turning heel by SummerSlam? I just because at first I thought it was possible, but I think Naomi makes too good of a heel for Bianca too. But
Yeah.
who knows? Like, what if they realign? So I don't know. I was thinking maybe Bianca was gonna turn heel, but because they purposely kept her as face. Remember, WrestleMania build-up, she was getting booed, and somehow this finger injury, which we wish her luck. That sucks that she has an injury, but like somehow it's comes as a blessing because like we didn't see her for a while, and then she returns in her hometown, which they were sure she was gonna get a pop. So I was like, they made sure she was gonna come back as a face. So I don't know if they're teasing the heel turn for SummerSlam, or it's more like, no, we're really keeping her as a face, and that maybe Jade is the one who heel turns.
Yeah, man. Here's the thing. Yeah, if Bianca turns heel, that means she has to pair with Naomi again. And it's like,
Yes.
we've seen it already. We've seen that tag team already, right?
Ooh.
I don't know. If I were to book Bianca, I would bring her back. But I wouldn't want to bring her back with Naomi. Either bring her back as a super face, like Cena-like face, or a super heel where she's even worse than Naomi.
Yeah, yeah.
I just don't want to see that tag team again.
I know, I was thinking even maybe Jade turning heel and siding with Naomi, but I also think that it's time for Jade and Naomi to have their singles runs. Like, I'm like, please stop putting them in a tag team. I think, like, there are other women now on the SmackDown roster who can carry that division. Plus, you have the United States title. Like, stop it. Anyway, we'll see what happens. But you have any? Who else is mine for me that I'm thinking is going to turn by SummerSlam? Um,
Turn.
your initial theory, you think Sami Zayn, if it's not in the near future, he's
That's
probably going to
rough.
turn by SummerSlam?
By the way the shows have been going, I don't think Zayn's gonna turn just yet.
Not yet, not this.
Um,
So not even for SummerSlam.
no, I think hopefully Jacob breaks off from Solo by SummerSlam. I think.
Oh,
Damn.
yes, that could be a SummerSlam match. Jacob versus Solo for
Yeah,
the
for the
United States Championship.
for the belt.
What? Oh,
Because I don't
do you think
know.
Solo's gonna win Money in the Bank?
That's what I was gonna say. Who do you think's winning Money in the Bank? And then we're gonna obviously, just so you know, we're releasing this probably after Money in the Bank,
For
but
sure,
we
yeah.
recorded before. So, um, I know who I don't want to win. I don't want LA Knight to win Money in the Bank. Hell no.
Yeah, yeah, and
Uh,
that's true. You're gonna catch this after Money in the Bank, but we've been very good with our predictions. We started the year with Jay Uso, and
yeah,
and even like Jeff Cobb and like um Bronson Reed. Like we've been good
we've
at
been good. We've been good. We've been on a
that.
streak. It's gonna be Rollins or Solo.
Yeah, yeah. Um,
Who's
I
in
would
it?
really love
Oh,
for it to be
AJ Styles.
Solo. Yeah.
No, AJ Styles isn't in it. Who else is in it? It's Andrade, LA Knight, Seth Rollins, Solo, and who's the last one?
See, I didn't even
Penta?
Penta. Yeah, Penta. I totally forgot. I was like, yeah, Penta. But yeah, you know what? I
It's
would
gonna be
love for
Rollins or
Solo.
Solo.
Yeah, I would love for Solo to have
Yeah.
it because you're right. Then that is an awesome story for Jacob in SummerSlam while keeping the Money in the Bank relevant without rushing Solo to like who he's gonna have to cash in on. So keeping that bank fresh, that Money in the Bank
Yeah.
fresh, but having a United States title feud with Jacob, um, I love it. I
And
love it.
the women, I want it to be fucking Alexa Bliss, but they're not gonna give it to Alexa Bliss. They're gonna give it to one of the NXT
Stephanie.
girls.
Yeah, I'm like I wish they give it to Roxanne. Just to up the feud maybe with Liv because she's like now she has something that she brings to Judgment Day.
Yeah.
So then there's like this so she's not just hanging around now she's got creds. So I'm either gonna say like I'd love to see that for Roxanne. If Julia wins, then that's a great push for her. I'm also all for Julia winning because you're right. I agree with you. It's probably gonna be one of the NXT women who deserve it. So yeah, Julia. I'd love to see what they're planning to do with Julia. So far, they're giving her that push, having her brush off against Charlotte and Tiffany. Like I was like, okay, I'm in for this. So, and of course, Stephanie Vaquer. If Stephanie wins, um, man, that Stephanie Vaquer and Io Sky match was so good. Like, it's
I
like
wouldn't mind a running back.
right. So I'm like. Yeah, if she wins Money in the Bank, then like I'd totally like put her in a feud with Io and get it sorted. But yeah, for the women, yeah, it's very clearly going to be the NXT girls, and I think the order I saw on Reddit, the order of the Money in the Bank is like it starts with the women's Money in the Bank, then Becky, and why am I blanking on her name?
Chicken.
I love her. I just forgot. Why did I forget her name? Lyra.
Hey, have you
It's like,
seen
I'm a
Rick and
fan.
Morty? Do you watch Rick and Morty?
No, no.
There's a character who's half man and half bird, and they call him Bird Person, and I'm like,
Uh, let's Lyra.
that's who it is.
Yeah, I am a
Bird
fan. I'm
Person.
a fan of Lyra. I just totally blanked out on her name. Yeah, and then the men's Money in the Bank, and then the tag team. But speaking of for the women, then I don't know what is like. You think Io Sky is gonna turn heel by SummerSlam, or
Here's the thing: Io is fine with what she's doing right now. She's getting the necessary pop. She's whatever story they bring her. If she remains Io Sky, it's gonna be fine.
oh my god. Sorry, that's the thing. I can't even think. I can't even theorize properly on the women's Money in the Bank outside Roxanne. I'm sorry. I think my theories were lame. But that's okay. I get my fellow women's wrestling fans because there's been a lot of like chatter on. Of course, there's always a lot of chatter online, but there's been particular like dissatisfaction on how the women's division is being booked, and it's not from a just like one person complaining. And you see the community online, banding together, going like, there is something wrong. There are no like storylines. Like Rhea is your most over person, but she literally just comes in and cuts the same old promo every week, and there's nothing building for her, or at least maybe there's something cooking, but nothing that we can feel. So I get that. That's why I'm like, now I'm thinking if I'm who's gonna turn by SummerSlam. I'm like, who knows? Like I don't think there's like any substantial story right now outside Naomi, which is go Naomi.
Yeah.
But
Okay. So this is what my fantasy booking, right? Especially, I love the Wyatt Six. I love they're back in the tag team division. Uh, maybe because right now Alexa's looking for a friend, and maybe it's her and Abby team up as a tag team. That'd be sick, and they go for the
yeah,
belts.
yeah, that would be good, and
But
Alexa
they're on
can really
different
put over.
promotion.
No, Alexa Bliss can really put over people.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
no, that's true.
Um,
I don't know. And this whole 5 matches in a PLE is getting really lame. I'm so sorry, but like, I'm not here for it. You have such a big roster, and instead of showcasing them, you're just like. And second is like, no, actually, the first is, how dare you charge us way more money to give us 5 matches? Like, and then you're charging thousands of dollars for the ugly ass nosebleed seats. No way.
You gotta make all the room for the ad space, you know?
So it's really like, oh, it's so sad. It's really
I saw,
changing in front of our
I
eyes.
saw a thing online where it's like, oh, the new belt, instead of plates, they're gonna put ads there, or it's like M&Ms and Pepsi.
Oh my gosh, you're gonna have a chicken bucket on your title.
Yeah, side plate. One side says Jey Uso, the other side says Coca-Cola and Prime.
I mean, yeah. But wait, so, okay. I think I'm done with the SummerSlam fantasy booking because right now I think the storylines are too like there's nothing so
They're
far. Like
really
I'm not
light
being
now,
fed.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not being fed anything intense. So that means maybe we can do this topic again if something comes up. But speaking of, like, I forgot with my wrestling headlines. Did you see Jonathan Coach saying that he thinks they're gonna kick Triple H out in like a year and a half?
I don't know. Here's the thing. We've been talking about the creative is really good, and I think it's just because like Triple H is there. Like we've been talking smack, but I don't think it's his fault now. Now that I know for sure TKO's in debt, where I'm like, oh, he was trying to appease both sides, right?
Uh huh.
I think he's been doing a fantastic job.
Uh huh.
Yeah.
Chips. I'm like, no, I don't like him again. But not because creative sucks or anything. I'm just like, no, like, I think because this is what I think the pattern is with these promoters. Look at me talking these promoters. No, that's sorry.
What do
I'm
you
just like,
mean, us people?
sorry. It's just like every time they do well, and then when they get feedback and they don't accept it, it's like a pattern. Then something bad happens. Like it started with Paul Heyman. Like he did really good with ECW, and he was the one who closed ECW as well. Eric Bischoff did very well with WCW. He closed WCW himself. So it's like Vince McMahon got fired. Sorry. Like I think that's really funny to me, but like and Tony Khan, when he got into his head about it, when he stopped listening, AEW suffered. Now they wrestle in smaller venues. It also happened with TNA. Dixie Carter, they were telling her, don't do it. So they always do this where they get so much into their heads and
Mhm.
then they like just implode. So it's really like that's the thing that I hate about wrestling is that it's like none of them ever learn. Like they always think they're immune from this. So
Yeah.
it's really like why? Just guys, when the fans and when you criticize online fans, that is like the worst thing you can do because online fans will die for your product.
Yeah.
Online fans, the mere people that give you time of day, that think about your product, that think about your brand, that connects their memories and milestones to your brand. If they say they're not enjoying the show, you guys should probably listen because this is your front line. These are the people who spent thousands of dollars for you.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like it's so weird. So I think when he started getting that attitude where he's like, no, or let me do it, I'm like, HBK is doing a good job. You're not. So there's a big difference here,
Yeah.
and I think it's that. But again, I also feel for him as like a person because maybe there is so much expectations because LFG, Evolve, WWID, all of them happening all at once. TKO giving him all these checklists,
Also,
and yeah.
like, here's a tip, fucking WWE. We don't need speed. Like no one's watching Speed.
I
Okay?
know.
Like no one is fucking watching Speed. I don't care who the Speed champion is. Like give
Here's
Archer
the
his
thing.
contract back and kill the whole Speed thing.
Here's
You
the
already
thing, though.
you already bought AAA. Isn't AAA just Mexican Speed?
No, it's like here's the thing for me. is like you have speed because I think they get money from it. So they don't really have any like major losses from it. But here's the thing, see, some people watch speed. And those people who watch it still criticize it. So it's like if you think there's something that's not wrong with your product, like people watch Evolve and they still criticize it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
so these people who criticize, who give you the time of day, actually have a much louder voice. And look what happened to them when they didn't listen to the people. These like frontliners, I would say, these frontliners in wrestling, were able to communicate to their followers, to their fans, or to their communities. And look what happened. Like it never went well for any of them. I'm just glad that Tony Khan didn't completely like give up, and even if people turned on him, he just made a better product, and people still have jobs and stuff because
Yeah.
I mean wrestling is growing. But yeah, so it's like, come on, guys, like like listen to your fans. Look at TNA again, like it's doing well, but I don't know how long, with all the decisions they've been making. Like they don't even have a women's division at this point, and it's like,
Dang.
so sad when TNA was the women's division for the longest time. But yeah, so I was just like, anyway, that was that. Like hidden gems for this week for me. Again, Double or Nothing. It's so good. I just love what they're doing now, and like of course, the matches still scare me. I'm not that kind of wrestling fan that's like, yeah, give me extreme. No, I'm like more like, give me a nice story and a nice shirtless dude, and I'm all for this. So it's like, I'm not like, yeah, I need the hardcore fire, brimstone, whatever.
Right.
But I was enjoying it, so I was like, so there is something about it that I think folks should catch this week. That was really cool. Double or Nothing was really cool.
Okay, I got one. And I know we were talking shit about it last week. But on Evolve.
Who watches Evolve? You watch it now?
Hey, I have to watch it now because there's a new wrestler on Evolve.
Filipino one? The Filipino one?
Uh-huh. Her name is Jin Tala.
Jin Tala. Yes, Jin
She came
Tala.
from LFG, but now she's on Evolve. She's great. And her submission move is called the Bakunawa Clutch or some shit like that.
We Philippines. I love it.
He's really doubling down on the Philippine shit. So I'm like, okay, let's go out there.
That's good though. Yeah, no, that's good. I really think there is potential in that, but you have to execute it in a way that it's not caricature, like that it's not like, oh, I'm from the Philippines, and then you're like,
she's not doing that at all.
Not at all. Not like Yokozuna, who's not even from Japan.
the Samoan sumo Yokozuna.
It's like with the flag of Japan. If they cut that out and made him wear his real hair, it wouldn't have been like pandering, but it was like really pandering. Oh, this is an Asian guy. You're from Japan.
Yeah. Dude, they made him throw the salt and everything. Like, yeah.
And I was looking at him as a kid, and I was like, he really doesn't look Japanese to me.
And it's like they put all the Japanese costumes. Like his intro was like the flute.
Yeah. With like Mr. Fuji, like,
Mr. Fuji.
No, he's not Japanese. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, as long as I'm glad to hear that she's not doing that. But yes, I heard about Jin Tala because when I saw the name Tala, I was already like, Star, is she from the Philippines? And then I was like, okay, and then they're like, yes, she is. So I was like, oh, that's so cool. So that's cool. So now you watch Evolve. I'm still not gonna watch.
I'm
gonna wait for her.
I just watched like the clips. Like I follow her on Instagram now because it's
Oh, okay. I was like,
supportive.
I'm gonna wait until she gets to NXT before I have to watch her like Evolve. I'm sorry, I know TKO you're in debt, but that doesn't like it's your fault.
Good try, TKO.
Yeah, like it's your fault. You did all these shows all at once, and instead of like Like it's like don't you guys learn?
Well,
Like, didn't
look,
you learn from Marvel?
this is why this is the good moves that TKO's making. They're making the top 4 PLEs 2 days, which is like that's what I
Better.
want. You know,
Yeah,
like don't
I
give
love
us
those.
more bottom shit. Give us more of the top shit, right?
That
Because like
is, oh my god, that sorry, like I was saying, if you were in a gay conversation, that's so discriminatory.
not like that. I love all people. Just like love is love is love is love, but also wrestling is wrestling. Give me more good wrestling.
Like no bottom shit. Hey, like,
Not like that. Not like that.
like, why are you fighting people? No, I'm kidding. But I get it, you. Like it's like yeah, invest in the things that we like, not the things you think we're gonna like. It's so stupid. I'm really like, you guys keep thinking you know us, and then we complain, and then you deny it, and then you're just like, you're all a bunch of whiners. I mean, because we love you guys, we love the show, we want to enjoy it.
Give us, it'd be fresh. I mean, not fresh. It's been done, but like, I wouldn't mind a research. Give us another battle of the brands.
Yeah, yeah. Give us
You
something
know?
fun. Give us something to sink our teeth into. Everything's been safe.
Yeah, like it was really cool when they're putting up Aldis against Pierce.
Yeah,
That was
that's true.
fun. Where they're trying to one up each other, and I'm like, yeah, that's the kind of moves I'd like to see. I want to see
And
like,
that's classic, right? That's a classic move, but that's also like what helped with Stephanie and Eric Bischoff. And then
mhm.
Eric Bischoff and Paul Heyman. Like they both were like, like those GM things. That's how they really made use of the GMs, and that was pretty cool. And of course that died down because I think the GM started becoming like joke characters
Mhm.
afterwards. But like, yeah, you're right. Like they should have. I mean, they can always rehash these classic storylines if we're gonna fall for it over and over again because we're wrestling fans.
Oh
And
yeah.
like sometimes we even love seeing gimmicks repeated where we're like, yeah, I'm glad they did that. So not everything is bad, but not everything you repeat is bad. But yeah, I wish, and it just makes sense to me why SmackDown has a much better tag team division and more entertaining because Road Dogg is the producer of like one of the creative people in
Oh,
SmackDown.
yeah.
So I was like, that makes so much sense. He's like, we gotta emphasize the tag team division this way.
Yeah.
I hope he helps the women's tag team division because those belts again have just been sitting there. Like,
Mm-hmm.
are we waiting for Asuka? Like, what are we
Amazing
doing?
dust. Yep.
But
Okay.
yeah, not as
So
positive an episode as we would like, but you know,
I mean,
Money in the
it's
Bank
like
is tomorrow.
but it's honest.
Yeah, yeah.
So before we wrap, I have instead of the 3 count, I have a 1 count. So it's a tap
Okay.
out. Um, from the men's and the women's side, who would you remove and replace with anyone from history?
Oh wow. Oh wow. But like remove this person and replace them with that person.
You know,
Oh my god, that is so funny.
okay.
Do-
I'll start with my women's one. Uh, I want to remove Rhea Ripley. Just I don't. I want to put in who'd be excellent. Oh, a fucking modern one. I'll put in Nia Jax.
yeah.
That'd be amazing. You still want
Oh
a
wait, so
monster? Let's put a monster in there.
so you mean like let's replace the current one with someone with anyone from history, just the current one,
Anyone from history.
but just from the current roster. Okay.
No, just from the current Money in the Bank matches. It can be any roster from any point in time. I just chose the modern for
Oh,
the
from
moment.
the money back. Oh, that's true. Okay, cool. So yeah, you're right. Rhea Ripley replaced with Nia Jax. I'm still thinking. So you go ahead with your meds.
My men's, a fun one, a really fun one. I want to remove Andrade, and I would put in. What else is in there? Oh fuck! I would put in Razor Ramon.
Oh. I'm gonna put in Razor Ramon. That's cool. I haven't heard that in forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I got it. For the women's, yeah, I'm also gonna remove Rhea Ripley. Sorry about it. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna remove Rhea Ripley. I'm gonna exchange her for Chelsea Green.
That was my second
Yes!
choice. That was my second choice.
I
She
was
was
like,
so good last year.
I'm like, let's go, Chelsea, because not only is she entertaining, she is a badass wrestler. Like,
Yeah.
she does the stuff that like men do and much better. So I'm just like, Chelsea Green, I would replace it, and also because I think from there they can create a United States title, you know, storyline from as well. Instead of now where I'm just like, it feels like such a hodgepodge where they're just gonna be like, just do whatever you can to make the match look good
Yeah.
and call it a day. So yeah, for the women's, I'll do that. For the men's, um, I would replace LA Knight with Bronson Reed, and then I want to create the tension, like make sure they're working together, but then
2v1.
yeah, but everybody loves that, where they start off working together, but they're still gonna end up working together, but there's this tension, like, and
Yeah,
what if right,
the
and then
New
Bronson
Day
Reed
and the
wins.
Creed brothers.
And then I would give it to Bronson. I would make him win Money in the Bank,
Dang.
but not pinning Seth. Like like him pinning somebody else. But like Seth's like, what the? So
Yeah.
and then
Also,
we'll
just
see because I think,
Money in the Bank.
and I think like Seth will just, and I think it can make even Seth more diabolical because then he could probably be like pretending to be happy for Bronson, but is now plotting something, and then
Mhm.
like, and then it comes back where like, bitch, you stole my Money in the Bank, like months down the road. So that's my rush fantasy booking for. But
Yeah.
hey, that's a much better story than we're getting now. Yeah, that's cool. I love that. That was a good tap out.
Cool. Well, Chopping Champions, that's been another episode of Chopping Chat. Of course, we've been your host. I'm the Dre Magics, aka Yitilo.
Yes, and I am your big time Becky. And it's been great. And tomorrow's Money in the Bank, and you'll hear from us afterwards. Well, I mean,
Are
we're
you
probably not even gonna post this today.
are you watching AAA?
The show, yeah, is it streaming on Peacock too? I'll watch
It's
it
on
if it's
YouTube.
streaming. Oh, it's streaming. If it's streaming, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god,
I'm
I feel
really,
so
I'm
bad.
really
I'm not
excited
paying
about the
attention.
Fatal 4-Way match, actually.
Oh, I really am not entertained by Ethan Page, and it's like, it's really personal. Where I'm just annoyed at
Yeah, but the
him.
other three are gonna kick his ass, which is like,
That's true though. That's the good thing about, like, he's there to be like, to put people over. Where I'm like,
yeah.
that's a
Because
good
it's
use for you.
who else is in that match? It's Javon. I love Javon Evans right now. He's
He's
so
so
good in the
cool.
ring.
NXT is so much fun. Like, I love NXT, and I love all the stars that they're building.
Fucking
It's been
Hank and Tank is so fun.
right, and that's why for me, a part of me also is like, should Jeff Cobb had been in NXT first, and maybe like pushed him as a dominant NXT champion, like as somebody who could topple over Oba Femi. Then they could have moved Oba. Like, I was just thinking, and then Jeff could have had,
Damn.
at least that would have been like the greatest, like putting you over, like defeating Oba.
Yeah. Oba takes the place of put Oba in the Seth Rollins squad is
Yes.
scary.
Right? And then he has like literally like monsters like
Yeah.
Braun, Bronson, and Oba. Like, who's gonna mess with that stable? So I was thinking that. I was like, I think it would have been nice if JC Mateo, sorry, let's call him by his WWE. If JC Mateo would have at least been si Kuya. Sana pinush mo na siya sa NXT. Sorry. And then but it's okay. We have him on SmackDown. Just like, don't screw him up, guys. He's really cool. He's really cool. We're so protective.
Yeah. He's the only ones we got right now. It's him, Jin Tala, and the dude from LW.
There is one from LW.
Dude, Joaquin Wilde is Filipino.
Oh wow! I didn't even know. If you like the dude from LW.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joaquin. We love Wacky. We're sorry. Let me be your.
The only reason I remember him is because he did that spot that I've never seen before, the slingshot thing. You remember that?
Oh no. No
He
memory
got
of
on the
it.
middle rope facing the outside, and then two people like slung shot the rope, and he jumped like hella far.
Oh, that's cool. Man, I need to see that. Sorry, I haven't, like I said, I haven't been like regularly watching because I'm just like,
Yeah,
I don't want to
it was
get
like a year
annoyed.
ago.
Oh, okay. Let's
Or
see.
something.
I didn't even see it. I mean, tonight I'm even debating, do I watch SmackDown tonight? Like, or do I just wait tomorrow and then, watch Worlds? Like, we'll have like just a full day of like wrestling tomorrow.
Yeah.
Right?
Anyway,
So, okay, that's
all
cool.
right, Chopping Champions. We did our outros. I guess we'll just see you next time.
Yes, bye, peace. Philippines.